This episode of Live Arena was brought to you by Jews for Christmas. Any Jews out there that also celebrate Christmas anyway because it's, kind of a corporate holiday where you got an excuse to buy gifts for all your friends? My family does. We're Jewish, but we celebrate Christmas. We put a big Star of David on top of our Christmas tree at my parents' place. That's our tradition. Big Star of David on top of the Christmas tree. Of course, with my girlfriend and I, we have a Christmas tree here, and you know what kind of star we have on top of that Christmas tree? We got a Super Mario star because we're cool like that. So I have built a couple champions. You know what? I should have done this in the champion review thing. It's too bad I can't like look at champion gear here. But anyway, I rebuilt Freyja and uh, it was Ronda, I think. Here, let's take Ronda and Freyja. I'm going to start with them. I guess I'm just going to start with Freyja. Actually, you know what I'm going to start with? Actually, yeah, I'm going to start with Freyja because I'm out of time. I should have started with Martyr because she's got the 6-star polymorph. Where is Martyr? Having trouble seeing her today. Okay, Martyr, you're in. And I'm going to bring her? No, I'm going to bring her. Here's the idea. I've got Freyja protecting the main nuker from getting killed, and then I have the Queen protecting the main nuker from getting crowd controlled. And I also put Freyja in a stun set and frostbite. So she'll be nice and annoying, and I can get a counterattack on her using Martyr. So finally, I want to bring Ronda, somebody I haven't brought in a while. Ash recently did a video on Ronda outlining how she's just going to become more and more valuable as a nuker as time goes on. I am not 100% convinced he's right about this, but at the time that I saw it, I wanted to agree with him, so I went ahead and rebuilt her, tried to find the perfect team for her. I think the perfect partner for Ronda is actually Necrit. I just don't have him, sadly. And of course, I'm going to bring the King, because if she gets eliminated, then I have the King as my main nuker. If the King gets eliminated, I have Ronda. If I get to keep both, maybe they eliminate the Queen. I think the linchpin of this team is the Queen. So that's what I'm going with. So they've got Commodus, I don't know, the Bomb Demon. I'm probably going to have to eliminate this guy. Maybe I want to eliminate the Speed Lead. I'm not really sure. Let's just eliminate the Bomb guy. And they eliminated the King. That's fine. So I will lead with, let's see, 33 defense, 30 defense. I could have a little more speed. I'll take the defense today. Because you know what? I'm going to get outsped anyway. So a little bit of extra speed probably won't matter. A little bit of extra defense might be the difference between being dead and being not dead. Not dead being the ideal. So, it's Christmas time. Everybody ready for Christmas? Everybody get all their gifts? I'm starting to get really cross with Amazon. Okay, so here we go. I want to immediately take him down. This is why Ronda's good. Of course, he's probably just going to get her right back up. Her, him, me. And I'm so confused about pronouns. You know, I'd blame the whole modern wokeness thing, but I've always had this problem. Let's get her back up. And that renews her block revive. It's not a block revive, but her block passive attack. But I'm going to start by putting up the counterattack on everyone with an increased defense. And do I want the big shield or do I want to just hit everybody? I want the big shield. But I have designed Freyja to nuke. Someone in my clan chat was mentioning this. I think it was Charmop was going on about how Freyja could nuke, and I was like, you know what? She does seem to hit decently hard with her A1. I would like to try that. And now we're gonna see. So I didn't build her with any ignore defense, but she does have stun and some other stuff. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna hit everyone just because he's got block debuffs on right now, which is kind of destroying my whole plan. I'd love to put out that provoke too, but I can't. Bam, down they go. And I'm stunned somehow. How did that happen? Oh, he must have countered with his A1, and his A1 has a stun on it. Okay, I'm caught up. I see what's going on. We are on the ropes here. Okay, I'm gonna try to take down the Arbiter. His Sun Wukong does not appear to be hitting very hard. That's interesting. So I'll get her back up. Hopefully I get a chance to actually do something before she gets knocked down again. Nope, not after an ally attack like that. So the idea in this comp is between these two, they're supposed to keep her alive, and they're supposed to keep her not crowd controlled, and that doesn't seem to have panned out. But as a backup plan, I've just got a lot of crit damage built onto Freyja. Of course, if they keep putting themselves on revive, I'm gonna have a bitch of a time taking them down. As you can see, I'm wearing away at their max HP because I do have the life harvest blessing. I guess I better go for a shield. And this at least gets rid of the increased attack on him. No, it doesn't, because it didn't knock him out. What this team is doing right now is it's just making me miss the other guys. It's making me miss Fenax. Maybe I should have taken Fenax as my ult instead of the King. Not that it matters, because the King was the one that was eliminated. Just got to take down that RB. There really isn't a way around that. If I don't take down this RB, I'm never getting rid of the team. I'm worried about this Sun Wukong, but his damage seems to be a little low, and I think they just put a lot of emphasis on accuracy on this Sun Wukong. Or maybe he's just getting a lot of weak hits. Now that I think of it, that's probably a big part of the problem for him. So I'm just going to attack. Maybe I wasn't being aggressive enough. Maybe that was the problem. So let's try that again. So I'm going to start with Martyr this time, because she has the 6-star polymorph. So if they send debuffs our way, she's going to be the first one. And I definitely want it now. So I'm going to try this team one more time. So I'll go Freyja, Queen. I could even take King Queen first. But I'll take Freyja Queen. I don't think it matters much. Then I'll take the King, and I will take Ronda. This is as much a test of Freyja as it is Ronda. I'm also testing new gear on Martyr, in fact. And Martyr, I've been meaning to rebuild ever since I got a 6-star blessing for her. She's one of the only champions on this account that has a 6-star, so I figured 6-star polymorph, we're going to put it on Martyr. With a team like this, I'm thinking we probably just have to eliminate her. Although, you know what? Actually, yeah. I'm going to eliminate her because there's a lot of crowd control that comes off of Armand's, and part of what I want to test is, are they going to shield Ronda from all the crazy stuff that he could do? Ronda, and this is the other part of the synergy here. Ronda is actually immune to turn meter manipulation as long as her A3 isn't on cooldown. Yeah, I'll just lead with Martyr. So as long as her A3 isn't on cooldown, she can't be turn meter controlled by Armand's. She can't be stunned by Armand's because of the Queen. The Queen is going to get stunned instead. And Freyja is going to prevent Ronda from getting knocked out. So there's a lot of synergy here. Then finally, you've got Martyr. She's just putting counterattack on everybody, making everybody more dangerous to attack. There's the 6-star polymorph paying off. So we don't have to worry about any of the other stuff because polymorph worked in my favor for a change. Anybody else out there feel like polymorph always works for the opponent? So it seems paradoxical because like we're all players here. You'd think that it would be a 50-50 thing, but it feels like it's almost always working against you. I'm going to go for the AoE. Cleanse. I'm going to put up a shield. And counterattack. Now good luck dealing with Freyja. Or Ronda. Or even the Queen. And the beauty is the Queen, when she hits back, she's lower. Oh man, he removed all my buffs. Wow, that just makes me look stupid. Okay, and this is the big problem with the team. The Queen can really only revive one person at a time, so I really have to choose carefully. I guess I'll go with Ronda. I don't know, maybe I should have gone with Freyja. Definitely feeling like I should have gone with Freyja. Yep, that's it. Well, good game, whoever you are. I don't necessarily want to keep going with these champions every time. I really want this team to work, but it's just there are champions that are either just straight up better, or I'm more used to them. Like beer. I wonder if he likes beer. All right, I'm going to try these guys one last time, and then I'm going to switch it up and take champions I'm more comfortable with. So I will start with Martyr. And I will move on to Freyja, the Queen. So we got Armand's again. That does not surprise me. I will take these two. I will be ready to take the King and Ronda. It's kind of nice because the team that I'm trying to test is the team that I get. They're just too tempted to block the King. So at least that's working out. Unfortunately, I think the king is the better nuker between the two of them. So, I mean, they're just making the right call and leaving me with the crappier nuker. I really, like, Ronda, I really want to like you. But I think the king is just better. I like Ronda in theory. And there's a lot of stuff that works for her. So who am I eliminating? Probably has to be one of these two. I'll make it. I'll make it the horse. I might even start with the speed. I might even get a chance to go first here, which would be nice because Warlord is going to shut off all of our moves. And then I have to depend on the Queen's A1 to try to get some of those cooldowns back, and that's not great. I really wish the Queen had an AoE revive. That would make her like 100 times better. She's already good, but I mean, she'd just be completely amazing. If she just had a revive more like Duchess or Pythion or Kaya the Rye or Arbiter, or you just keep on naming people that have an AoE revive. Who else we got? We got Jamarsa. We got Cardinal. So here we go. Gotta use my A1s. I guess that's another good thing about Freyja is that if she's reduced to using her A1s, she's fine using her A1 in this setup. Like now it's just her. And this is another problem that I had before, getting stuck with just Freyja. And she'd be nice and safe. She'd be behind a big shield. She'd have her increased defense up, but she couldn't do any damage. She couldn't do any crowd control. Now she can theoretically do all of it. But you know, the biggest problem we're seeing is they've got block debuffs on all the parties. They're putting everything on cooldowns. It is not a good time. Like beer, good game. I'd like a beer after that fight. I'm gonna go back to using my favorites. I might switch it up again in the middle somewhere, but I want to use more to Macabre. I want to use Armands. I want to use Lady Mikage. I want to use Sun Wukong. I want to use all my cool demons, including volcanoes. So let's see. They're taking Armands. Let's do the demons. Go for the demons. I'm gonna go for more to Macabre. I'm gonna go for Duchess. I could probably even still pivot into these ones, right? Like if I decided it was bad for demons, I could switch into Queen, Freyja, Ronda. But I am going to go for the demons this time. So we got to watch out for an increased accuracy on 2 of these champions. This is very bad news for me. But I can go for her. I can eliminate Armands. We have to watch out for the bombs. That's what we got to watch out for. By my calculation, I think I have about 780 resist, which may or may not be enough. If it's not, this is going to be over very fast. All right, moment of truth. Ooh. Polymorph paid off. All right, well, I mean, it's kind of late to be placing block debuffs now, but I could still do it. May as well try to keep Duchess safe. Also, I've got one free turn before this bomb goes off on Mortu Macabre. Which means I guess he failed to score a critical hit against Mortu, and I'm not really sure why. Well, there go all my buffs anyway. God, I hate increased accuracy. It's so difficult to deal with. You pretty much have to go first. I guess that's the important fact. You start seeing increased accuracy, you got a plan to just take somebody who's faster. So in my case, I guess that's Eastrid. So okay, I'll take these two, and then we'll see who I have to pivot into. So he's bringing the king and queen. So far I'm only seeing one crowd controller. This could be good news for me. I'll bring these two then. I'm going to go for the demons. My last one, I guess, could be Wither again. For the extra 50 resist. If he brings any increased accuracy, I want to block it. If he brings 2 increased accuracy champions, I just get rid of the nuker. And I guess I'm getting rid of Mezamel. So I will bring Wither for the resistance. I'll get rid of Mezamel. I'm expecting to lose Volcanoes, but hoping to keep him. Yeah, I lost him. So I'll take the resist from Wither. I get to go first too, that's not bad. Block damage. He's going to try to sheep more too. That's what I'm expecting. That I wasn't expecting as much. Alright, let's get the block debuffs up. We get the veils up. I think basically what he's doing is he's trying to attack around Mortu Macabre. Which is a pretty smart move. Because it means there's really nothing I can do. So I'm just going to resign now. I can already see where that's going. Do I have any tokens left from yesterday? Not from yesterday. There are other tokens in here, but I'll take today's then. My last opponent reminded me of something very important, which is basically if he can attack around Mortu, you should pretty much expect him to do that. And then Mortu is just not going to be effective until it's too late. I apologize for knocking the mic there. I know every now and again I get a complaint about making too loud a slurping sound into the mic or knocking the mic, and my response to that is it's better to forgive. I don't even know who I want to go for this time. Let's try the demons again. I'm convinced they can work. Start with Mortu and Duchess. Duchess is one of the selectable champions for the champion chase this time. I think I'm going to go after her just to try to +4 her. It'd be nice to be able to +4 one champion before I quit the game. And she's and by one champion, I of course mean one legendary, because I do have Fenax. I have Seer. I have the Bomber. Where is he? Soul Drinker. Anyway, I guess I will go for demons again. So we'll take these two. There's Soul Drinker. He's right here. Right where we could see him. So there's no increase accuracy. He's just a straight up nuker, so we could try to block him. He's got all those bombs. He's got the crowd control stuff. I could bring Wither. I could also try bringing like Candy to have somebody that's better at nuking, especially since they don't have any revivers anyway. And maybe I'll just get rid of Baron. He gets rid of Duchess. I'm going to take Volcanoes as my leader. So it looks like these two have enough resistance. Mortu Macabre has, when last I checked anyway, 730. Volcanoes has 877. 877 resist. So now I'm basically depending on that resistance to hold. So I'm going to start with an A1 against him, since he's the only one that's on fire anyway. I find I often like to open with A1 on Volcanoes, just because every time he uses it, it ramps up the damage on his A1 by 10%, up to 100%. So really, you want him to counterattack, and you want him to use that as often as possible. They're just trying desperately to affect him. Let's see. Maybe I want to get rid of him. It's going to be a weak hit either way. Dang. I mean, I managed to take somebody out anyway, but I feel like that did almost no damage. He really did not respect my peril very much. I also like the affinity balance between the two of them, because it's going to be weak hits from Mortu Macabre, but that just means it's going to be strong hits from Volcanoes. So, good game, whatever your name was. We got 4 fights left. So yeah, this is the penultimate episode. Or the penultimate live arena episode, anyway. Brought to you by... What did I say? I already forget what I said. What I said it was brought to you by. It's brought to you by Jews for Christmas, right? Jews for Christmas. My family also celebrates Hanukkah, which is the Jewish version of Christmas. But we also celebrate Christmas, and it's funny. Apparently, that's a tradition too. It's not just my immediate parents that started it. Even my mom, Jewish dad, Jewish mom on her side, and they still celebrated Christmas when she was a child. I think because she's English. right? So the English, they love their Christmas. Okay, I'm gonna go for the demons again. That was a good time last time. Let's try them again. I'm at least going to start with these two. And I haven't seen Harima at all today, which I find surprising. Normally she's everywhere. They do have increased accuracy though, and that does worry me a little. But I'll go for the demons anyway. It just means I probably have to eliminate one of them, probably her. Lady Mikage by herself is often kind of a problem. Armand's, he's only a problem if he has enough accuracy, and I'm looking, he doesn't have a 5-star blessing. So that's 75 less accuracy than the maximum, which makes me feel a little safer, but you never know. There's just no way to know. Anyone out there know the maximum possible accuracy that somebody can have? I mean, outside of things like increase accuracy? It's got to be close to 1,000. So I am 100% going to eliminate Lady Mikage. I think she's the one I'm most worried about. He says, and then he looks at Siegfried. So maybe I'll take Kaimar. Kaimar's not a bad idea. I'm going to get rid of Lady Mikage. I think we basically lose if Lady Mikage is on the board. If she's off the board, then I don't know. So that's what I'm going with. My Kaimar is reasonably fast, but he's not especially fast. I could have put him in my best speed gear rather than Eastrid. And I feel like the second half of that sentence is, but I don't want to. I don't have a good reason to make her my main speed lead rather than him. And who do I want? I mean, I could even use his speed aura, but I think I'd rather go for the defense and the speed. It's just a nice fusion of two abilities. I'm surprised by the elimination of Mortu Macabre, but maybe I shouldn't be. Because he is kind of a terror. He does kill straight through block damage, which is Siegfried's best way to stay alive. But Volcanoes also does that, right? So, I don't know. So I put up the block damage. I'd forgotten that he's actually faster than my Kaimar. I used the two of them together in Doom Tower, and because I recently put as much speed as possible on Helicath, it actually messed up my comps with Kaimar's reset because Kaimar was going afterwards anyway. Do I want to go for the sleep now? Might be a good way to keep me alive. I think the other problem with my best speed gear, putting it on Kaimar, is it'd hamper two things that work for Kaimar right now. When I use Kaimar in Doom Tower, I like his ability to reset quickly, so he's got a bunch of refresh accessories. And that would change if I had to take the fastest stuff. And the other thing is his accuracy right now is, I don't know, in the neighborhood of 600. And my very fastest stuff, I think, is more like 400. Maybe even a little under 400. So that's just not ideal. So let's see, we got Candy. Could try to eliminate Candy. Could try to eliminate I'm just going to hit Candy. Oh, man. I should have gone for the A3. But it's like I said in a previous fight. Anyway, it worked out because he's buffing himself to death. But I do like to open with that A1 because it does give me a little more power. So, all right, I'm going to knock him down. She can't do anything right now because all her stuff is on cooldown, so thanks for that, Armands. I really want him to be on fire so I can just eliminate him with my A3. Otherwise, this is very problematic. I try to hit everybody right now. All right, that fear did kind of pay off. I can eliminate her. I don't know how great that is. I'm going to need a lot of weak hits against me. He's got the block damage on everybody. I'm losing health really quick. Just didn't make it. Yeah, that block damage and all the revive potential on Siegfried, I think he is still the real deal when it comes to mythicals. I think he's the best one. If I were ever to pull a mythical, it's probably him. I think there might be one mythical I want more, but I don't even know if I think he's objectively better. I just think he'd be more fun to use. And that, of course, is the Bomber. I am going to go for Lady Mikage this time. And Sun Wukong. I feel like we're not seeing a lot of Lady Mikage and Sun Wukong. I mean, we're seeing a lot of Lady Mikage. A lot of my opponents are picking her. Well, it's my turn. It's my turn. Unpronounceable name number 64. I wish there was some kind of like translator or at least like a translation key underneath that just at least told me how to pronounce the name. Even though I recognize that names aren't even always properly pronounceable in other languages. Okay. I will go for Padraig and Fenax. And I think I'm going to go with Mortu Macabre as my last one. It's a pretty familiar comp for me. I know I can always fall back on Mortu Macabre if everything else fails. Ronda is also pretty good to use against Ultimate Death Knight. Because of all of her moves, they pretty much all hit around him, which can be useful. So what are we looking at? You know what? I think I want to eliminate the Lion. He's probably by far the most dangerous. I don't think there are any other nukers on the team. I mean, maybe Arbeus. She's also got the increased accuracy, which I don't want to deal with, but maybe I can get lucky and just outspeed them. Maybe. I'm losing my fastest champion, though, which is Lady Mikage. I think my next fast champ... Oh, you know what? This is a better aura. Better take the 28% from Sun Wukong. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I also rebuilt Sun Wukong, so I made my Sun Wukong a lot faster than he used to be. I think he was at 150 speed before, where I cranked up as much crit damage and as much accuracy as possible, and then I was just kind of hoping on, him getting back up, helping him to hit as hard as he can. So let's see. I have an ally attack right now. I think I should take out our base. So she's got the block revive, but he's got the Lydia. So if he knocks down my Sun Wukong, He can actually get Arbeus back up. So I guess I better just make sure he doesn't do that. So I'll rain swords on everyone. Oh no, that's no bueno. So I got 3 turns to take out Lydia. Can I do it? I think maybe I can. Awesome. Alright, so now it's Lydia that gets back up instead of the rest of her team. This is a lot better for me. And now Sun Wukong can actually get back up. I like countering Lydia with Sun Wukong, but I also kind of don't. Because you can see the problem right there. Is it becomes a foot race. But now I think I'm clearly winning the foot race. So you get out. You get out. And good game. Unpronounceable name number 64. So I got 2 fights left. And if I want that chest, I actually have to win both of these fights. When I have to win, I will typically go for my best champions. I mean, obviously, that makes sense, right? So he's going to try to go first. I'm going to try to go first. I will take these 2, giving me an instant advantage. If I get these 2 together, I can probably just control just about any team. Kind of depends. Obviously, if they have lots of polymorph, I'm kind of shed out of luck. I could bring Sun Wukong. I could bring her just to make sure I go first. And you know what? I am sure his plan is to go first. So I'll take these 2. And then as my backup, I'm going to bring more 2. He-Man hits really hard. They did a good job with He-Man. So does Thor, for that matter. And so does Leorius. So there's a lot to watch out for here. So I'm going to take more 2 Macabre. And who am I going to eliminate then? You know what? I'm going to eliminate her. Because she's got a cleanse. If I can manage to crowd control everyone around her, she can just cleanse the whole party. And that's just really bad news for me. I think I have the speed advantage. We're about to find out. I'm waiting for that satisfying little ding. Where is it? Come on, game. So I'm going to boost. I'm going to drop their speed. And I could try to bum rush them, but I think what I said was the best idea is just go for the crowd control. And Leorius, the thing about Leorius is he's got that unkillable anyway, so I kind of want to provoke him to do that so that I can remove it. And then that's good game. So we're doing our final fight of the day against Schism. I feel like we saw a little schism right there. Did anyone else catch that? I mean, I looked away, but I saw a flash in the screen, just something. I guess I'm going to have to look at it on playback. Anyway, I'm going to start with Lady Mikage. Or do I want Armands? You know what? I don't care. So I'm going to go for Lady Mikage because mine is faster. And that's really the only reason. If I had one more Star of Blessing on my on my Armands. I probably open with him. So this way I can go with... I could go with these two. Or I could go with Padraig. I'm going to bring Padraig. I think he deserves to be in this final fight. I'm sorry, Sun Wukong. You are amazing. That's maybe why you don't get to be in this last fight. You're amazing. You don't have to prove yourself. You've already done that. I'm going to bring Fenax, and I'm going to bring more too. But you know what? I'm going to do it in this order. And I'm waiting on another nuker. He needs to bring another nuker. Otherwise, I'm just gonna eliminate him. And he won't have one. Vlad can nuke. Armands can crowd control. RB can speed. What's her name again? Sindel? It's not Sindel, but she reminds me of Sindel from Mortal Kombat. Crixia. Is that who I have to eliminate? Or do I want to eliminate Hefrak? Because Hefrak can just sort of go off and wipe out my party. I'm going to eliminate Hefrak. He worries me the most. I lose Lady Mikage, that's okay. I can still have the speed. It means I don't have any crowd control, which is fine because I let him keep Crixia anyway. So she could cleanse anything that I can do. Really, here's what this means, practically speaking. I have to kill him as quickly as possible, or something. And in fact, not. I have to eliminate Crixia. I can't remember. Does she have increased accuracy? And you know what? Doesn't matter. She has to be next anyway. I think she does have increased accuracy too, and that would have made Armands just impossible to deal with. If he has enough accuracy, he's impossible for me to deal with anyway. Vlad has a lot of AoEs. That can also work out in my favor because I have more to Macabre, more chances to activate Peril. I can sleep. Who do I want to sleep? Probably him. Then I can hit everybody. Okay, why not? Worked out. Good game, Schism. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Check my chest. This is the last of these before Christmas. I'm going to do one more after. Just I'm not going to bother even collecting that. But Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. See you on the next video. Take care of yourselves.